You know me, SDMT. Let's get it, baby. But before we do, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and turn on my notifications, man. Shout out to the gang, man. Let's get to it, man. The A-Rod saga continues, man. Aaron Rodgers, man. All these Packers fans was hating on him, saying he was a diva, man. But A-Rod came, he showed up to Packers camp, you know what I mean, after they came to some kind of agreement with the ownership. Pretty much what A-Rod wanted was a louder voice when it came to personnel decisions with, releasing guys, signing free agents, and having more of a say. He said that he's trained with a lot of NFL guys in the offseason. He's made suggestions that the owners never listen to in the front office, which is crazy. You know what I mean? You got A-Rod, one of the top 2 to 3 quarterbacks in the NFL, and they're not even listening to him. You know what I mean? That's crazy. You know what I mean? You can see how that will bother him. You know what I mean? When we also look at it, he said it wasn't the draft. You know what I mean? Which I think that's cap. When somebody says it wasn't something that you didn't ask for, they're trying to throw you off. It definitely was a draft. You know what I mean? He already had an interview where he said he was looking forward to hopefully getting a receiver in that draft when they got Jordan Love. Then he kind of was taken back. So he definitely looks at the draft as an opportunity to better the team. And, he definitely wants more of a say, which he definitely should. You know what I mean? He had to sit back and watch guys like Peyton Manning, you know what I mean, call his shots when he was on the Broncos. We see Tom Brady. Tom Brady goes to the Buccaneers. He brings in Gronk. He brings in Antonio Brown. Guys are coming to play with Tom Brady. Tom Brady's making calls. You know what I mean? We already saw the coach for the Buccaneers said he didn't want Antonio Brown. But Tom Brady made that call, and they went and got Antonio Brown because Tom Brady asked for it. You know what I mean? A-Rod doesn't have that power. You know what I mean? He didn't. But him in his renegotiations with the Packers, they have allowed him to have more of a voice to help the team, you know what I mean, be more competitive. He also said they made a lot of mistakes. He believes that he can help them make less mistakes when it comes to their personnel. Also, they released some locker room guys that were great for the morale and great to build that team, and A-Rod wasn't happy about that. So we really look at it, man, this wasn't about money. A-Rod said they had a conversation. They kind of didn't agree with him. And, they tried to throw money at him, but he didn't want the money. It wasn't about money for A-Rod. It was about him having more of a say in the franchise when it comes to personnel. Again, these franchise quarterbacks are making over $100 million. You know what I mean? So they definitely deserve to have a say. A-Rod isn't, he isn't causing this problem for money. He isn't causing this problem for attention. People that call him a diva, Packer fans, goofy as hell. Your quarterback is trying to win Super Bowls. He's trying to help you guys out, but y'all goofy, y'all quick to try to turn on him to jump on this Jordan Love bandwagon when that was pretty much a wasted draft pick because they're working on another deal today to keep him in Green Bay. So when we really look at it, A-Rod caused this whole situation and caused a power move and put his foot on the Packers' neck, threatening to retire so he can make the team more competitive. He wants to bring in, recruit free agents that help come to the Packers, help them win a Super Bowl. He said Green Bay isn't a vacation place. And what he's alluding to is Tom Brady. He knows that Tom Brady's in the NFC now, and he has to try to compete with him. All these players are coming to the Buccaneers. Buccaneers have a very talented team. They have Tom Brady. A-Rod knows he has to try to compete with Tom Brady. Tom Brady has better weapons. Tom Brady has a better defense. You know what I mean? So A-Rod wants to put the Packers in a better position to compete and win a Super Bowl. It's not about money. It's not about attention. It's not about all these goofy things. These Packer fans are hating on him, calling him a diva. But now you're going to be back on the bandwagon when he's trying to help your team win a championship. Goofy as hell, man. But, one of the first moves that happened is A-Rod got them to sign Randall Cobb, who's got him to trade for him from the Texans, which is huge. Randall Cobb was a 1,200-yard and 10-plus TD guy when he was with A-Rod. You know what I mean? So they gave away a lot of these guys. It was Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb, and they replaced them with some knockoff guys. You know what I mean? Outside of Devontae Adams, he really hasn't had the weaponry for him to, really be more competitive against these top teams. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's A-Rod. He can throw for 40 touchdowns and have an MVP year because he has an insane arm and he can run those stats up. But sometimes it's not about stats. It's about getting those dubs. And that's what he needs. You know what I'm saying? You look at Tom Brady and the way that team is built. They have weapons. They have the defense. They have so many options and so much more than the Packers right now. You feel me? So, you know, when we really look at it, man, this A-Rod should be commended for this. Nobody should be hating on him, you know what I mean? People should be respecting this man because he was trying to help his team be more competitive. It was the Packers front office making bad moves and also not allowing him to have a louder voice in these decisions, which were hurting that team. So A-Rod deserves a lot of a lot of love and a lot of respect, more than he's getting hate from these Packer fans, more than not just Packer fans but football fans, because what he was doing was trying to make his team more competitive, because Packers front office hasn't been doing that well. And it sucks. It's kind of funny, all these Packer fans, you just can't, you've been indoctrinated that you just follow the GM and the owners, and you can't call them out and say this is a bad move or this is wrong, this is wrong. That just shows you're weak-minded. You got to be able to look at somebody and say, no, that's a bad move. You guys should be letting A-Rod make better, have a voice in these decisions. You guys, wasted a draft pick on a quarterback that's may not even play. So we got to look at it like that, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on my notifications. And that's a wrap on SDMT.